What's up, everybody? Welcome to We Are All Geeks. I am one of your hosts, Kenny Smith, alongside
I'm Fleabag.
And today we've got a lot to talk about. So let's just jump right into it. There was a Nintendo Direct last week while we were off. And they announced a boatload of crap that was real exciting.
That they did.
It was one of their better directs, in my opinion. The thing that was available now that got me most excited was SNES games are on Switch.
Right. That's huge.
Technically, it was the next day, but yes, 20 SNES titles, and it has most of the ones that you expect to be there for sure. Super Metroid, Mario World,
like F-Zero,
F-Zero
Mario Kart, like you said, and stuff like that. So
it's almost everything that was on the SNES Classic, missing a couple of the more exclusive stuff.
Yeah, like Star Fox 2.
Star Fox 2, yeah, that didn't need to be on there anyways. But yeah, so it was that was awesome. We've been thinking this was happening forever. Like the NES library was starting to get a little bit weaker every month, and they also kind of announced they're not going to do an every month update.
But still, like, this is such a huge.
Yes, this is
for the price, for the price that it is. For a year, it's like $20 for a year.
$20 for a year. If you have Twitch Prime, they're giving it to you for a year for free. Like it's 9 months, or it's 3 months, and then 3 months later you can get the next 9 months.
Yeah, it's insane. You basically now have a portable SNES as well. And those are the games that, for the most part, define what video games are. So that's just. It's fantastic. It's a great value. If you haven't played those games, absolutely, you should pick them up.
Oh yeah, it's in safe states with them. I know people are like, oh, you're playing with safe states. I don't care. It's just nice to be able to step back from a game after plugging away at it for it's hours. And
it's different now how we play games, and having something like that where before, when those games are first out, being able to sit down, it's like, oh, I'm going to play for hours and hours and hours, and then like, well, I can't stop right now, or leaving the console on overnight because you couldn't stop, or like you needed to go to bed. I'm glad that it's like that nowadays, and it's fantastic. Really, like the Nintendo Switch has some of the best games, and the value that you get out of this is it's just amazing. So
it's outstanding. The next thing they announced that was high on my hype list. By the way, I am using a list from IGN written by Jonathan Dornbush. Go check it out, give it a read to, give them support.
They're hurting for clicks.
And they're helping us out, okay? they're helping us out whether they know it or not. Nintendo decided to announce the next Smash Bros. Character and release the newest one at the same time. So Banjo and Kazooie, they're in the game. I played them a little bit. Not exactly my style. I need to spend more time to really get an opinion down on them. They're better than Hero.
Okay.
I hated Hero. I hate RNG in fighting games. It's the worst thing ever. You can't have skill with luck.
Right, yeah.
Like that. But they dropped that, and they announced Fatal Fury's Terry Bogard, is the next character coming in fall. That was out of left field. I started hearing rumors the day before that it was going to be an SNK character. I'm like, really?
I mean, they're continuing kind of their tradition, or the thing that they've been doing, where like they're plucking characters from outside Nintendo games, outside just like almost like some random characters. Like, oh yeah, this one, boom, you're in my game now.
Let's bring you over. Yeah.
Which is, it's crazy. But also, man, like now that just opens up so many possibilities.
Right. The one rule that has kept hard and fast, 2 rules, they're all video game characters, and they're all Eastern video game characters.
Right.
So we have not got a Western video game character. The first possibility, the rumor was that we might get Doom Guy, Doomarine, like that would be a Western character. And that's one of the rumors why Shovel Knight was never really thought about, which is bullshit. Put Shovel Knight in the game.
But that's the crazy thing is that now because of their track record of all these other games or characters they've been put into these games, now there is a chance that it's like, yeah, sure, that little baby from Death Stranding, get in here, like the whatever, because they can just do whatever they want now.
Kojima, put that.
Or Kojima himself,
My God.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Keanu Reeves coming to Smash.
There you go. Sure, why not?
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah.
And he's breathtaking.
He is.
Overwatch confirmed for the Nintendo Switch.
It's a good get.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's about time since it's on everything else. Specifically wanted to hear your thoughts on this one because you're a huge fan of Overwatch lore, if not the game as much.
Yes.
So does this make you want to play the game now that it's on Switch, more or less?
I've said this too many times that I love everything about Overwatch except the game. But Overwatch is a fantastic game. Like
yes.
I can appreciate that. It's not my style of game. I'm not a big multiplayer, like kind of player versus player type guy.
Right.
But I think the big thing on this is that the Switch has been getting some of these bigger games now, with The Witcher coming to it. Yeah. Now, they had Skyrim. I remember when it first was announced, like, hey, Skyrim's coming to this. Like, what? That's crazy. And then when The Witcher is coming, yeah, it is a visual downgrade, but still, the fact that these games are now games that you can play on the go, it's amazing. I am a little concerned about Overwatch because it is a like an online multiplayer game. So I wonder, because there isn't a lot of
it's an online multiplayer and it's a twitchy game.
It is, but since the Switch you can take it on the go, you're not going to always be connected to to some sort of Wi-Fi or what have you, to a network.
Right.
So there isn't a lot to do, but I mean, whatever. There's plenty of games out there that require online. The Switch has. Like Fortnite and stuff
Fortnite
like that.
Yeah, Fortnite was the one I was going to bring up because
I guess it's not that big a deal, but it just, again, stuff like this just opens up more doors, more possibilities. Like before used to be, oh no, there's no way this game's coming to the Switch. But as more games come out, now you're like, sure, let's get Cyberpunk on the Switch somehow. We'll just you play as like. Have you seen those videos when it's like The Witcher 3 but with the lowest settings? It's that. That's what it's going to look like. But still, if it runs,
it might be great.
So.
It could be. All right, moving on from Overwatch. Oh, I did want to note one more thing with Fortnite.
Yes.
When the month or two I played Fortnite, I played on my Switch.
Right.
Because it's so much easier to be like, all right, I'm gonna get a game in real quick before I go to work. And I think this is what it's
Overnight has that quality of like, hey, I'm gonna just matchmake real quick, or I'm gonna do some of the arcades that they have, which is just random game modes. Like you can jump in and out. So I think it's a good get. I wonder how it's gonna run, but that's usually my concern with
that's the go-to response with the Switch. It is
every Switch game's like, how's it gonna run?
For as underpowered as it is, it's just that handy though.
Yes,
it's that. All right, well, I'm waiting for my friend in a Starbucks. Hey, they got Wi-Fi.
Sure, boom. You got your Switch with you? Here, let's just play. So.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. The next thing we wanted to talk about, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is coming to Switch. Released for the Wii originally in 2011. So it will be on Wii U, and Switch now.
Again, another great one, especially for someone like me who I've skipped the Wii and the Wii U. Like I've never owned either console, so a lot of these games that were out there that I know are good. I like that they're getting a lot of these ports, and I definitely want to check out. I like Xenoblade Chronicles. I never finished it because that game's just gigantic, but the many hours that I played, I enjoyed it, and I'm like, oh man, there is other Xenoblade games, but I just wasn't gonna get a Wii to play those. So
and then, that's reasonable. having a Wii U to play it is usable also, and it's official that everything that's good that was ever on the Wii U.
Yeah,
will
just
be
wait long
on-
enough. There will just be more
They
games
will
that just be
be-
coming.
It'll
So
be
we'll
on the
just
Switch, and it'll
forget the Wii U existed.
it'll be better if Nintendo has their way. They will scrub that from our minds.
Hey, you know what? If those games that were good on the Wii U now all come to the Switch, I'll be okay with that.
The next thing they mentioned, Animal Crossing New Horizons. They got some new footage out there, kind of showing some more of the multiplayer functions and what exactly is going to be different about this game besides you're apparently on a desert island and there's nothing there. But you're gonna pay Tom Nook everything.
Right?
You
You gotta
owe-
get his.
You owe Tom Nook your
He
soul.
got to get paid.
I seen a tweet talking about how he's like, as much crap as we give Tom Nook, he gives you a phone and this land,
like,
and
here
he
you
lets you pay him back
Yeah.
whenever you want. So
But if you don't, man, he'll break your legs.
he will attack you.
I'm excited for that. I actually have never played an Animal Crossing game.
I haven't. I'm probably still not, if I'm being honest.
I'll give it a shot. You know, now that there's been I guess I haven't been a big Nintendo fan for years, and now that I have the Switch and I've been trying some of these other games, I'm like, you know what, Fire Emblem, fantastic. Probably my number 2 game of the year right now, and Animal Crossing, it's something that I've always heard about. It has a very passionate following. So I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. We'll see. Maybe I'll love it. And I'll be like that grandmother that has like freaking 4,000 days or something played on it. So, yeah.
That's intense. Pokemon Sword and Shield got some love. We've got some new Pokemon, one of which is a teapot with a ghost in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing.
I'm going to drink that Pokemon.
It's getting a lot of love online. I'm still just completely over the let's make stuff into Pokemon.
Listen, how many Pokemon have they made?
A lot.
What?
We're getting close to 1,000.
Right? So at a certain point, you're just going to run out of ideas. You know,
But there's so many different breeds of dogs they could make into Pokemon.
I know, but those are already exist, you know, so whatever. If you can have eggs that then turn into a palm tree,
I mean, I'm not saying that's good.
I know, just whatever.
I,
Pokemon's just garbage. No, I mean, I love Pokemon, but their whole you just draw something cute. Here you go.
You were talking about the Pokemon that's literally a bag of garbage.
Yes,
That's what you were talking
sure.
about
There probably is one. I don't know.
There is. There is. That's the problem and the point I'm trying to get at. We literally have a garbage Pokemon.
Yeah. Again, anything.
Anything and everything. Also, you're going to be able to cook different types of curry rice in this.
Yes, I saw that.
Will it teach me to actually be able to make curry rice?
No. But it's a video
okay,
game.
then-
It won't teach you anything.
Then trash.
It'll teach you to kill.
Then skip.
That's about
No bye. No bye, guys. If I can't learn how to actually cook curry in this game, no bye.
But then it has your Pokemon there that they cheer you on.
Yes, the camp
guess.
feature actually looks so much
They just
fun.
cheer you here you go, stir that.
Yeah,
And then,
they're
your
just-
Pikachu's just in the background,
And the fact that you,
disapprovingly just
you can set up a
no.
camp and see the 6
Nah.
Pokemon you have with you, play with each other and stuff. I'm back in, guys. I'm
Right?
back in. I was never canceling that pre-order. I'm very excited about this game.
I am for sure, and kind of everything that they've been showing on it. I can't wait. I really can't wait for this Pokemon.
They also announced that the cake Pokemon has different flavors. The one that starts out as cream and then turns into a cake.
Did they want? Listen, we don't have time to get into whether or not they eat Pokemon in that Pokemon universe, okay?
Okay.
Because they most certainly do.
Yes.
They're animals, and there's people, and they eat Pokemon. Let's just get that out there. They're gonna eat some Pokemon.
There's some Pokemon that are probably eaten, yes.
For sure.
Tauros,
For sure.
Miltank.
Uh-huh. Well,
They milk the Miltank for sure
they
already.
milk it for
So-
sure. Oh boy. We're gonna, and then, never mind. I'm not gonna get into the whole is a suspended animation once you get them into the ball and their life of bondage because they're just You know what, let's just move on.
I think that's for the best. Deadly Premonition 2, original game coming to the Switch. So the original Deadly Premonition and Deadly Premonition 2 are coming. Cult Classic 2010 Survival. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, interesting.
It
I don't
has
know
a
where
following.
It does.
Yeah. It's not me. Happy for the folks that are getting it that want it.
Yeah, Giant Bomb will do like another endurance run. They did an endurance run for the first Deadly Premonition, so stay tuned for that. I don't.
Super Kirby Clash now available. A free start, 4-player quest for loot. So it's a co-op, and everyone's Kirby. So it's Kirby, whatever that last Kirby was that was very bad.
Star Allies, I think.
Sure, yeah, that's it. It's that, but everyone's Kirby. Is what it looks a lot like.
Yeah, I mean that other Kirby game, I wouldn't say that it was bad. It was simple. It was easy. It was just like
it was really not good until you got to the boss.
Yeah.
That boss fight was so much fun.
Yeah.
But it took it didn't take very long to get there, but it was like can we end now? Are we done yet? We're done. Yeah.
I mean, it's another Kirby game. So
it's another Kirby game. I should say I was just disappointed by the last Kirby because I played the demo and I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Right.
And then you play the full game and it's like,
no, this
oh,
is garbage.
but this is just the demo. it's just the same thing.
I played the entire game already.
Over and over and over. The new one from the developers of Pokemon Game Freak. We got Little Town Hero.
Yeah.
This one looks neat. It does. So no one can leave the town, but they're safe under the protection of the castle. But no one's allowed to leave the town. But there are threats to the town and stuff like that.
I didn't know they were making a survival horror game.
Yes, they are. With turn-based JRPG and adorable animations.
Speaking of some turn-based, remind me of that when we get to the Tokyo Game Show, because, man, I got to talk about some of that stuff because I am excited.
Well,
anyways, this, without really seeing it, they make a really good game that I enjoy. I'm excited to try this one out. That's all. That's all really I can say.
Okay. Luigi's Mansion 3 is getting a new mode. It's a co-op, 2 to 8 players. Well, not co-op, compete to capture the most ghosts. Also, there's more floors to the hotel that you're in the game. Yeah.
That's the game that I think the game that I most forget is coming out.
That it's a thing.
That I'm like, but the thing is not, I'm not trying to throw shade at it. It's just when I remember that it's coming out, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to play this game. But then as soon as I stop talking about it, it erased from my memory. So it comes out on Halloween.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'll still check it out, and hopefully it'll be great.
Yeah, and then a lot of ports and remasters. Return of the Obra Dinn is coming. Indie darling. Everyone who plays it loves it, but not enough people have played it.
Sounds like an indie game.
Yep. Divinity Original Sin 2 is out now on Switch.
It's a very good game.
Doom 64 is coming later this year for Switch. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast was one that got a lot of hype when it was announced.
It did, but correct me if I'm wrong. No graphical updates, like it's just like, hey, we made this run.
Not that
Here you go.
Not that I noticed. I don't think that matters as much to that many people. We'll see.
True, but I mean, it's rough. It came out many years ago.
Right.
Like 4 generations ago when it comes to consoles, and with just hey, we just made this run on the Switch with nothing else done. That's a little rough. So, but still, hey, again, if you're excited for this game, and if you're nostalgic for this game, check it out.
Right. Okay. Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection, which will be Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Rogue. Black Flag is probably one of the best Assassin's Creeds this side of Odyssey at this point.
I say that I'm going on a limb and say that Black Flag is the most popular Assassin's Creed game.
Most popular.
Yes.
Okay.
I think out of all of them, it's the one that I hear the most that people liked.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
they like some of the, of course, like Chew and Brotherhood and stuff like
yeah.
that.
The Ezio trilogy.
And then some of the later ones, like some people really like for some reason, Unity or Syndicate. Hey, to each your own. I personally really like Origins. Still have never played Odyssey.
I've played Odyssey, and it's the game on the back burner of my back burner. Like
Odyssey, this is how bad it is. Odyssey is the game that I purchased on Black Friday, and it's still sitting on my desk sealed.
it's
It's almost 1 year since I've bought this game, and it's still sitting there.
it's a great game, but yeah, Black Flag on Switch, that should actually be really good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited about that.
Again, you get Black Flag running, and now Assassin's Creed 3 was already on the Switch.
Right.
That just builds up hype, and then they'll probably bring some of the current Assassin's Creed to it. Maybe the new one, if that gets announced or whatever,
Yeah,
could come on the Switch.
they're thankfully taking that year off,
Right.
which I think is for the better for the game. Like, I'm not being sarcastic. They should
Yeah.
take that year off. It ends up in better games. if
It does, and it's not like we're hurting for games. So
Right, we're not. The last port I want to talk about. Welcome to Persona Corner. It is Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE Encore.
Yes.
So it's a remaster of the Wii U version. It is basically Atlas personifying Fire Emblem characters.
Yep.
You are pop stars, and you are able to take the form or summon Fire Emblem characters.
So far, tracks. Yep.
And that's how you generate hype or something for yourself. I
It
don't know.
Sounds like a Persona game.
It's nuts. I never played it because again it was on the Wii U, and
Yeah.
Wii U was a Smash Brothers machine. That's it. So yeah, I'm super excited to play this since I have played Persona now. I shouldn't say playing. Like let's not lie. I don't know when I'm getting back to it at this point.
Hey, that's what happened. It's happened with me too.
The-
But no, I'm excited for it because again, a game that I've heard about. There's definitely a cult following for it. There's some love out there, but it's on a console that I've never owned and a console that I am not going to buy to play some of these games. And so anytime they announce stuff like this, I'm like, hell yeah, sure, let's do this. I'll check it out. And my love for Fire Emblem now of like trying this out and being like, holy crap, this is fantastic. I've been missing out. That could just be another one. So
Yeah, it probably is. I'm super hyped for that. And then some other stuff that they announced: Trials of Mana, or talked about Trials of Mana, Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of an Elusive Age,
Yeah.
Deluxe Edition Hyper Turbo, Rogue Company, a new game from Hi-Rez. Tetris 99, I'm gonna pause right here. Tetris 99 is got some updates. You can now do these challenges to get tickets to buy themes for the game. I'm consistently playing Tetris 99 legitimately, and I love it. I'm horrible and have not won a game, but I love it.
it's Tetris.
It's Tetris and it's Battle Royale, and it should not work. It should be the worst thing ever, and it's
But it
not.
isn't,
It's
yeah.
so much fun. They showed off some more Witcher 3. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games 2020 actually looks really good. I remember playing the first one on the Wii. This one looks awesome, and then there's like the 8-bit modes that use the classic sprites,
Yeah.
and it's so good.
Those games are just fun. That's
They
the
are.
thing. It's like, yeah, it's a little like, sports game. Like especially the Mario games, all their sports variants that they've made, they're always really fun.
Yeah,
So
they are.
I don't suspect that this one is going to be any different.
And they mentioned Dauntless, and there was a montage that had a lot of stuff in it that's coming fall 2019.
Yeah.
I hate montages. I get their purpose for hype,
Yeah.
but it's like I can't remember everything you just showed me 50 games in
Right.
less than a minute. I don't know what you just did. It
But those
looked
are
cool.
fun,
They-
where it's like, hey, here's like boom, 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 boom. And a lot of times there's some games that get announced like that, where like you see like, holy crap, this is coming. So,
yeah.
but
Oftentimes. So that's the Nintendo Direct. The next thing we want to go to is something that, as of recording, technically kicked off today, but we've gotten a lot of pre-conference hype for the Tokyo Game Show.
Right.
A lot of stuff. One I know you're excited about, Neo 2.
Yes. So I really like Neo. If you've never checked out Neo, it's kind of a little, I would say it's some underrated game. If you like the Dark Souls, Sekiro, so far, favorite game of the year. Like, if you like that style of game, check out Neo. Really, really, really good. They've announced Neo 2 a while ago, and there was a trailer for it that basically finally put a release window early next year. So that's really all that they've shown. You know, they show a bunch of different monsters and like some different stuff for the story. It was all in Japanese, so I don't know what they're saying because it got leaked, so it wasn't like the proper one that it would have like, you know, some translation at the bottom. It looks like more Neo. I love the first one, so I'm excited for it. But now that we're talking about some Tokyo Game Show, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, what's this? What's this about this turn-based you wanted to get into?
I am really weirdly excited for a Yakuza game.
Okay, I've seen a bit of this.
So there's this new Yakuza game. Again, not prepared for this because when I saw it, I don't know what it's called. I don't know the numbers or whatever. I've always known about the Yakuza games. Okay,
right?
They get some love. I'm not a big open world guy. The open world games that I like are more fantastical in nature. So I'm not a huge like Grand Theft Auto player just because it's just you get in a car and you drive around and you shoot a gun or whatever. Yakuza kind of has appealed to me in the past because like, you know, you go to the cat cafe or you go and do, you know, play baseball and you go do all these crazy things. But this one coming out, they're ditching the combat that they have for turn-based. It looks like a Persona style combat. And I don't know why, but just that change right there immediately made me like, well, maybe okay, how's it going? Hey,
made you look
what's
at
up,
it a little
Yakuza?
bit in a different light. Okay.
How you doing? Yeah, well, I'll give it a shot now. So like I love I love RPGs. I love turn-based games, and so the look, you know, the things that they've shown, it looks like Persona. It looks like Persona 5, and so I've always heard that the story is always crazy, you know, and one of the best parts of the game. So I'm excited for it. I didn't want this episode to go by without me saying like, hey, whatever Yakuza game that I clearly don't remember the name, but it's turn-based combat, I'm watching it now. So
okay,
that's it. Nothing else happened at Tokyo Game Show. Thanks for watching.
No, nothing. There was no Final Fantasy.
Oh my gosh,
trailer.
that Final Fantasy trailer.
That is the best looking trailer I think I've ever seen. In
that
terms,
game. Damn, boy.
like
I don't even know.
if you haven't seen this trailer and you want to see the best looking trailer ever, it shows very little gameplay. And the gameplay they show is still really good, but it's almost all CGI, and it's like the prettiest CGI I've ever seen.
This game has so much to live up to. First of all,
yes, of course it does.
you know, the following that this game has, the love that this game has, the cultural impact that this game had at the time, and it's still to this day. Like, I blame, quote unquote, this game as making JRPGs popular.
Oh yeah,
this was the game that there have been JRPGs in the past. Some would say there were 6 other Final Fantasies before this one, and when that one came out, it just like, holy crap, you know, it turned a bunch of people on into RPGs. So
it's the game that if you say it's your favorite game of all time, people just roll your eyes and say, "Of course, it's Final Fantasy VII."
It's Final Fantasy 7. Let me tell you about Final Fantasy 9.
Let me tell you about 8. Let me tell you about 6.
8's pretty good though. Hey, 8's out. I'm meaning to check it out. But again, no time.
No, it's not like those are bad games, but 7 was Final Fantasy.
7 was the one. The one that they made that turn, and it made Final Fantasy what Final Fantasy is today.
Yeah.
So,
which is always trying to live up to Final Fantasy.
Absolutely. Yes.
Everyone's
always
saying Final Fantasy 15's fine. It's okay, I guess.
No Final Fantasy 7.
Expected more after 7. It's been 8 games.
But this one does. I mean, so far everything they've shown man, if the game is half of what they're showing,
If they are who we think they are over there,
yeah,
my God,
like it just
I'm
it looks awesome.
There's nothing more to say. Like, if you have not seen this trailer, I need you to pause the video, just open up a new tab, go watch it. Don't worry, we'll wait.
Hmm. That's it. We'll just sit here and talk.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Something else that happened. Kojima has finally kind of said what Death Stranding really is.
This game.
I don't trust anything Kojima says at this point about this game. I have branded him a liar. Like I don't know. Go check out that gameplay trailer. It's 45 minutes long. We can sit here and dissect it for an hour.
Yeah.
Easy. So it's gameplay. It shows you some of the mechanics. It shows you traversal. Some people now understand the game. They have seen through the Matrix. They understand what it is, what the real world is now.
Yep.
So go check it out, because we just can't.
It's good to finally
Have some.
pieces are coming
Yeah.
together now. When you're like, oh, okay, so you're doing this, and there's a reason why you have a little freaking fetus with you, and all these other things.
Yeah.
Like they're finally kind of putting some of that stuff together. It's interesting. Like that's the thing, there is, you carry all the stuff, and you don't have a magical backpack that you throw stuff on, and then like like here I have 17 weapons and thousands of rounds of ammunition and what. Like no, you carry all with you. So then you have to decide: am I going to take all of this because I can't carry anymore?
You don't have the hyperspace bag anymore.
Right, but then once you get into like some combat, it turns into like almost like a Metal Gear Solid style combat, and sure, I still want this game, but I think for now, I might be done. Like just. I've seen kind of what I want to see.
Anything else.
Yeah, I see what I kind of want to see, but there's been such a mystique about this game. Just like, what the hell is this game, and what's with the baby, and
now,
blah blah blah.
So the answers, you don't want the answers before you play. Anyway.
Yeah, so now I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
I've seen enough. Like I wanted to see it. I'm not saying like, oh, I didn't want to know anything. Like I saw the stuff out. Like I checked out the stuff from Gamescom. I might see some of the stuff like a little more as TGS proper starts to go, and more stuff I'm sure will come out. But I think after this, I might just, like, you know what? I'm good, and I'll just play the game.
Cool.
Because I think that'll be a cool experience. You just don't get that nowadays anymore for the most part. By the time I'm going to play a game, I know everything there is to know about this game. Like, of course, I don't know the story, but, like, all the mechanics and everything, it's all already kind of dissected out for you. I might try with this one just because it's such a crazy thing to maybe, like, I'll just play it, and I'll just experience it as I go. So.
Okay. Was there anything else at TGS you really wanted to talk about?
No, because at the time of recording, TGS is just starting, and so the stuff that we're talking about is stuff that either got leaked or it was just barely released. I'm sure next week's episode there will be a ton more TGS stuff as more stuff comes out. Like I saw that it was released, some information about it, but I don't know what. But there's a new like Resident Evil project.
Yeah,
something.
Project Outbreak. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that. Not the Resident Evil guy. But it seems like it's gonna be one of those Left 4 Dead types.
That's the thing. It's like I saw that, and there was a list of like what everything that Sony was bringing in that I looked at, and there was some stuff there like I don't know what this is, and I don't know what this is, or like oh they're gonna show more, gameplay and trailer and whatever. So again, because of that they were recording, we haven't seen that yet. But next week, I love Tokyo Game Show because of the type of games that I like.
Right.
I like RPGs, and a
real
lot of times, a lot of those bigger ones get announced. Like we'll get more information about Persona Royal, and I'm hoping to get more information about that Persona again. Welcome to Persona Corner. That Persona Dynasty Warriors thing, yeah.
Persona Warriors or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah. So, and then all the stuff that I don't know about.
Right.
That's what's cool. So next week we should have a lot more to talk about. not only for Tokyo Game Show, because there's like a little game coming out. So
yeah. I'll have a little talk about. There was also another little game that came out that we're not mentioning. That's Gears 5 because I don't think either of us have played it.
No, I was slowly making my way through all the Gears. From what I've heard, Gears 5 campaign wise
is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, so I'm excited to check it out. It's unfortunate because at the time that Gears came out, there were other games that I wanted to play, and then bigger games are going to be coming out, and
it's going to get
something's got to give. So,
cool. One thing I want to mention before we get into what we've been playing, we did promise we were going to talk about something on our next show.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 new trailer.
Yes, there was that 15-minute
little
demo thing that it was, well, they call like a deep dive video.
Yeah, sure, we can call it that.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting. One, it was just a 15-minute thing, but it was interesting because it showed
the two ways to do a mission.
I mean, there's multiple ways to do a mission, but they finally like, okay, here's quick glimpses of menus, and there's no classes, and you just like you put in your points however you want. So it seems like it's a very fluid system of, you know what, as the more you play, like, I wish I could hack this stuff more. I wish I could be more stealthy. I wish I did more damage or whatever. It seems to be that you can just put the points in that.
Right.
But it was really, it looked fantastic. First of all, holy crap.
As good as the Final Fantasy trailer looks, this looks equally as good because it is just gameplay that they're showing us at this point.
Before we get into that, they did say that like everything's going to be in first person now.
Right.
I'm a little bummed.
But they've also said something about a multiplayer mode now. So it makes me care more about my character.
I'm a little bummed that it's all in first person, that I don't even have a toggle to switch to third person or something, because even on the video, there's a huge like customization thing that they show for your character. And before I was like, well, it sucks that it's all in first person, but once it goes to a cutscene, if the camera moves around, I'll get to see my character. I'm like, that'll be cool. But now it's all first person, so what's the point of me having character customization if I'm never going to see my character?
Right.
I know it doesn't sound like a big thing, but...
No, it is. I mean, that's a complaint a lot of people have about Destiny, even though there is a third-person view on Destiny at some point.
But even with Destiny, it's like I eventually get to see my character, like when I run around the tower. With this one, again, we'll see when the game comes out, but man, that gameplay, like just...
Oh, it blew the doors off of everything. It owned that news cycle, which is smart of them to do. Yeah, man, that was awesome. I'm glad to see that like you don't have to have the big hulking person to have strength, because that's kind of what they had shown in the past. The big person was the one who was tearing down doors, but here they just showed the same model that they showed in the first one, the same version of V that was the girl, just ripping doors off, and it was awesome.
And that's what's cool, because you can make your character look however you want, and then whatever augmentation or your spec that you go into, it will just change how you play. But it was just really cool, like going stealthy, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna hack this stuff from over here, and instead of me having to fight this guy, he's like, there was a guy that was like working out on that bench, doing like a bench press thing, and then like, oh, I'm just gonna hack this, so now it's like it crushes the guy. And versus if you go around when you do like more, instead of stealthy, you mean more like kind of a melee character, just stronger, just kind of being, into the thick of it. It's like, whatever, I'll just punch you to death. Or like, I'll just, you have a turret. When it first came out, like there's, this automated turret that are just shooting. And if you can hack it, so then it, fights for you. Or if you're strong enough, you just hop there and just yank the machine gun out. And it's like, all right, I'll just use this instead. It just opens up so many possibilities now. And I don't think anyone will play the game the same way.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how many like endings there are going to be the game because of the branching paths that they're talking about. It looks incredible. Keep it tuned to the Cyberpunk News Network here.
Oh, man.
That those initials aren't taking CNN, right?
No, never heard of it.
Cool. Sounds good. Keep it tuned.
Let's go to CNN.com to get all of our information.
or not. let's not.
The Cyberpunk News Network. What? I don't understand.
And then let's close out the show real quick with what we've been playing. So yeah, I was talking about played a little bit of the SNES Online stuff with Super Metroid, Super Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Played a little bit of that. Played a little bit of Smash. We have a review up on our Facebook page for sure right now. Facebook.com/WeAreAllGeeksMedia. I reviewed Astral Chain and finished it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't feel like reading it, I gave it an 8.5. It's great. The combat is amazing. There are just way too moments between the combat, and they take too long.
Oh yeah.
When I'm not in combat, I just want to be in combat. It has you going around like doing investigations, but it's not quite as good as you would you want an investigation thing to be, like a Batman or something like that. It has you going around collecting keywords, and then at the end of collecting the keywords, you go and you talk to someone, whether it be your twin or whatever, and be like, all right, let's put together what happened here. So where did the person go? And you pick one, and if you pick right, oh, cool, you're right. Or, oh, no, you're wrong, they went this way. And it's like, oh, but why? I could be fighting things, fighting the Chimera, and using the different legions. And the legions they're all pretty fun. I stuck with the first one. You get the sword.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much just used that the whole way. It was just, it attacks automatically, and I feel like it and the Beast Legion are the only ones that really do that.
Huh.
And the arms brings enemies close to you, and you can hit them, but it doesn't feel as good. Yeah, the combat in this, and even the overtop anime story, I kind of dug a little bit. When it was in the proper places. Not through the investigations of, okay, so what did this giant chimera do? Cool. Well, looks like that's a track that goes that way.
Okay, let's go.
Go that way.
Yeah.
Go save those people. No, you're not really using your legion. Just go save them. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Now let's go fight.
I played for a bit. I probably only played for a couple hours, really.
Mm-hmm.
What I played, it seemed really fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's just there's always some other game, but I want to go back to it. I really did enjoy what I played, and it looked great.
Mm-hmm.
And man, just Switch has been killing it lately.
Oh
so.
yeah. It's a really good game. I mean, 8.5 is not an insult by any means. Like
right.
that, it's that good. The other main game I've been playing, Madden had a free trial, so I finally dropped in, and man, it's good.
Yeah.
Man, the Superstar KO mode is kind of the thing they're promoting right now, and it's very Battle Royale-esque. In that it's fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fast. You get dropped on the field, you and your opponent, you get the ball, your opponent gets the ball, or vice versa. You each get one possession. You have to go for two, no kicks. And whoever has the most points out of those two possessions wins. You turn the ball over, you don't get the ball back. They turn it over, they don't get the ball back. It's really good. The overtime is tug of war from the NCAA games, where whoever is furthest down the field, and so if I get the ball first and I go down to your 30, you get the ball on your 30, and you have to try to get past the 50. Whoever has it closest to their zone or scores a touchdown wins. So that mode is just awesome. And then at the end of each round, you play 6 rounds. You get to pick a superstar from your opponent's team, and you get that superstar.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're eliminated, and they have to start back from round 1.
Yeah, I've been wanting to check it out. Like, I'm not a huge sports player, but stuff that I've seen on this, I'm like, you know what? I like some of the older Madden games. So
it's very NFL Street. It's very exaggerated. Like at the beginning, you pick kind of you pick a playbook. The one that I like using is Record Breakers. They have a lot of passing play. They have the most passing plays, in fact, I believe, and the second most running plays. But they have very little defense plays. Like, you know exactly what you're getting. You're getting the four-man front in a zone. Like, nothing spectacular. And so I'm not as good on defense, because you know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But on offense, I just have this huge playbook, and then after you pick your playbook, you get to pick some superstars, and they have different rarities: common, rare, ultra rare, legendary. At one point, I got legendaries are all like Hall of Famers and DJ Khaled for some reason, who also has a playbook. But I got Michael Vick on my team, and he was just stupid. Like, I only got to play one game with him because he also fumbled the ball, but the play that he fumbled the ball, like, I juked 4 defenders and hurdled someone, and then he fumbled the ball, but it was awesome. Yeah, the Superstar KO mode it's that thing, man. It scratches that that fantasy football itch that I really liked when they were doing Draft Champions before they made it Draft Champions only online.
Mm-hmm.
And this is only online. You do have to play against another player.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I wish I could play against the computer. Just it might be a little bit more fun, but also I'm not dying out there like I thought I would, like I do in normal Madden.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. I
cool.
recommend it. I can actually recommend it. I'm gonna buy it soon. I might have to not wait for the sale that I wanted because it's that good.
That's good, man.
And then one that I know you've been playing that I've touched a little bit, Control.
I finished Control.
Finished Control.
I've done all
You
there
took
is to
control
do.
of Control.
I took control of Control, and I controlled it into the ground.
Sure.
I got my platinum trophy. Pretty easy platinum. It's fun, man.
Yeah,
like it's fun. The story goes places. If we, as it gets close to the end of the year, if we start doing some game of the year stuff, and if we have a category for best moments, that game
has it right
probably right now has the best moments in a video game that I've played this year. I won't say anything else.
Okay.
But holy crap, when it happened, I was like, what? That's all I'll say. But man, I hope you can get to it so we can talk about it.
Yeah, it's all that's on my slate right now. It's everything else is cleared. I'm not getting the big game that you're talking about coming out next week.
We'll get to that here in a sec. But so I finished Control, and then the other one that I've been putting a lot of time into it's a 6-year-old game called Torchlight 2, which finally came out for consoles, and it's a hot mess. It's a garbage fire.
Yeah.
So a lot of bugs. So much so that I've stopped playing it because I cannot play it until they patch it. So just real quick. So it's a game where it's like a Diablo style game. Like you make a character, the world is randomized, the loot's randomized and stuff like that, right? And the way that you play it is by the time you finish the game, it gives you an option to hey, now you can start New Game Plus, and that bumps up all, you keep everything. It just resets all the story quests, puts you back at the very start of the game, but now it bumps everyone up to level 51. I finished the game at level 57, so it's cool. And then you play through the game again. Now you can get better items, legendary items will start to drop and stuff like that, and you can finish the game again. Cool. Once you finish it, all right, now you can go New Game Plus Plus, and it just keeps going like that. I think up until New Game Plus 5, and that is everything's level 120, and best items in the game drop and stuff like that. So that's the progression. You keep doing that, right? Well, I did not know this, and it became obvious especially after doing some internet searches. So I finished the game. I started New Game Plus.
Okay.
I'm cool. Play that for a bit. Turned it off. Whatever. Next day I come back, and now I look at my character, and it says that I'm on New Game Plus. And I'm like, that's weird. Okay, let me get on. I get on. All the enemies are level 87, and they one-shot me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, what the hell? I look it up. There's a very nasty bug in that game that whenever you go to New Game Plus and you quit out, and when you come back, it bumps you up to another level. So if I quit out again and come back, I'll now be New Game Plus.
Oh, geez.
And you just keep doing that. Where some people, I was reading on Reddit, that are like, oh yeah, I'm on New Game Plus 5 and I'm level 60. And it's they'll look at me the little, enemies, the first enemies that you fight against, they'll look at you and you die. And so now I can't play. You can't go back. There's no way to reset difficulty. I can't just like, let me switch it down. It's not like Diablo where you have like the different options for the difficulties. Where you can just like, oh, this is too hard, I'll bring it down. Not like that at all. So now the character that I spent all this time on and all this energy on is just gonna sit there because I can't play it. So I made a new character in hardcore, and I finished the game with that character, but now I can't go New Game Plus with that one because I'm just gonna run into this issue. So the devs are aware, apparently, and there should be a fix coming, but whatever, it doesn't matter because by the time that they fix, I'll be playing this little game right here, which is Borderlands 3, which comes out tonight. And this is what I'm going to be playing for the rest of the year.
Came out tonight.
It's going to come out tonight.
Okay.
It is. Whatever. I got an early copy. So
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for you to play that. I know that's one of your more anticipated games.
This is my most anticipated game of the year, for sure.
Okay.
The reviews have started coming out about it.
Solid.
There's some weird stuff with the reviews where only certain people got access to it, and they have to.
And the people that did were PC only.
Yes, because they weren't given the game.
Right.
Where I'm sure most people know this, but when you're a reviewer, you get sent an early copy, and it's like, here's a game, play it. You know, there's sometimes all these caveats like, well, this game's not out, and there's going to be like a day one patch, and they kind of explain some of this stuff, so then you can kind of keep that in mind. With this one, they did not do that. They were the few people that were given access to this game were given access to an Epic Store account that had this game loaded into, and that's what you could play. And they could remove your access at any point.
Great.
So a lot of 9 out of 10 so far, but then like PC Gamer was like really harsh on it, like giving it a like I think 6 out of 10 or something like that. Like, but the biggest thing so far, what everyone's saying is just that I almost died. But what people have been saying is just that it's more Borderlands. If you like Borderlands, you're gonna like this one.
That's the general consensus I've seen. If you like Borderlands, you'll like Borderlands 3. If you don't like Borderlands, you won't like Borderlands.
I like it. I'm excited to play. Next week, I'm sure I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. So,
just a little.
Just a little. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of Tokyo Game Show to talk about. I'm
we'll
hoping that we'll have just maybe there'll be some cool announcements that we don't know about.
I would love nothing more than them to just come.
One of the things, and I'll stop talking about this for a second, but one of the games that I saw on the list was that Ghost of Tsushima. They're going to talk about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was on the list of the games that Sony was bringing to TGS.
Okay, I hadn't seen this list, so.
Yeah, it was on, I think it was Kotaku Origin or somewhere where I saw it, and there's like a list of Sony games that are like, this is what Sony's bringing to to TGS. And one of them, and that was the biggest thing. I saw it's like, well, okay.
Yeah, because that's the game I needed.
Haven't heard anything about it for like 2 years almost.
Yeah, last E3. We're at a year and a half now.
So
we've seen that last gameplay demo, and man.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
So, a lot of stuff. Hey, video games, they don't stop.
Video games are dope.
I like video games. Wasn't National Video Game Day like just the other day or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, every day for me is National Video Game Day.
One of the like national or international video game days that they always do, because there's like 3 of them, I swear.
For me, there's some would say 365 days.
366.
Next year, there's going to be 366 video game days.
And leap years. It's going to be that good.
That's right.
All right. Well, I think that about does it for us. Thanks for joining us. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all the typical YouTube stuff. Just do it. Just to help us out. We'll be back next week, I believe. Hopefully. Last time I said that, we weren't.
It's okay. You don't know about my life.
You don't know me.
No.
You don't know me.
I don't know me.
Until next time. You don't know me. I'm Kenny.
You do know me, and I'm Felipe.